World War I Timeline by Lincoln Bennett, History 1700. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, June 28, 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne. While being driven through Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia, he and his wife Sophie were shot and killed by Serbian nationalist Gavrilo Princip. Princip was a member of the Black Hand, a Serbian military group who wanted to free Bosnia from Austrian-Hungary rule. This led to the start of World War I. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia, July 28, 1914. Austria, after the assassination, Hungary believed that Serbia had helped the Black Hand. They declared war, which led to rapid militarization in Europe and countries forming alliances with each other in preparation for the war. Armies were now mobilized across Europe. Germany invades Luxembourg, August 2nd through 7th, 1914. Germany planned to invade Luxembourg for many years before, and they used the start of the war as a reason to invade. Luxembourg did not have a formal military and used volunteers to fight. They were outnumbered by the Germans and did not fire a single bullet and surrendered. Germany used the city for positional advantage against France and Belgium. Germany occupied Luxembourg for the rest of the war. Battle of Marne, September 9th, 1914. This was the first major battle of World War I. Germany sent pamphlets to Paris warning them of invasion and urged them to surrender. Germany outnumbered Paris, and it seemed to be an easy victory for Germany. But after marching to Paris, German troops were tired and got flanked by French troops. This gave France enough time for reinforcements to arrive, and they won the battle. The sinking of the Lusitania, May 7th, 1915. A German U-boat sank a British cruise liner on its way to New York. This killed 1,200 people, over 120 being American. This event was a major factor in the U.S. eventually joining the war, and it swayed the American public against Germany. Battle of Verdun, February 21st through December 18th, 1916. This was the longest battle of the war. Germany invaded France on the Western Front. This battle resulted in the loss of over 700,000 lives combined, and was a loss for Germany. After the battle and the great losses on Germany's side, it would wound their armies for the rest of the war. Battle of Somme, July 1st through November 18th, 1916. After Germany's invasion in the Battle of Verdun, British forces had to begin an offensive at the Somme. Between both battles, Germany's armies were cut thin. The British underestimated the German defenses and lost almost 60,000 men on the first day. After only pushing 7 miles in multiple months, they had to call the assault off. The U.S. declares war on Germany, April 6, 1917. Woodrow Wilson met with Congress to discuss joining the war effort in Europe after Germany broke its pledge to not use submarine warfare in the North Atlantic Ocean. The House and Senate both voted in favor, and war was declared. Attack at Meuse Argonne, September 26, 1918. This was the final offensive of the war. It was led by the American Expeditionary Forces against the German Army. At a point, over 2 million American troops were there, and the Americans were able to win the battle, and Germany signs armistice at Compiègne, November 11th, 1918. This was the treaty that ended the war. It was signed between France, Britain, and Germany, and this treaty would end all the fighting in the war. Treaty of Versailles, June 28, 1919. This treaty was for Germany and was written by the Allies. It was signed at the Palace of Versailles. Germany had to accept responsibility for the war, and they lost 68,000 square kilometers of land, and they had to disband their army, and this would cripple their economy. And these are my sources.